Hey everybody, just want to do a quick update before I leave for my commute today. So got some new goodies. Got some full hydraulic 4-piston brakes. Well, 4-piston on the front, and actually I think they're 4-piston front and back. But yeah, full hydraulic front and back brakes. And then these are a little brake switch sensor that disengages the motor and hits for the brake light. So hopefully those will work, and yeah, hopefully have these installed this weekend, and I'll give you guys an update on that. Alright everybody, welcome back. Sorry, I've been MIA here for the last week and a half or so. Kind of had a little health scare last week. Ended up with a respiratory infection. It was kind of scary because I thought, you know, maybe for a second there I had the COVID. But test came back negative, and you know, I was down for a good 4 or 5 days, but I'm back, feeling better, getting my air back. So anyway, get into it. So I wanted to first thing to talk about was I just saw the other day Rad Power Bikes released a new model, the Rad Mission 1, and it looks really neat. It's like an urban metro. They call it a metro bike, which I've never heard that term before, but it makes sense. It's a single speed, lightweight. It's all rigid, no suspension fork, hardtail. It's got a different wheel size. Instead of the 26 and like 22 and some of the other wheel sizes they've had. This one actually has, there's a neat old truck. Wow, that's neat. Sorry, anyway, this one has a 27.5 diameter by 1.95 width wheel. So yeah, it looks really neat. Like it's only 500 watts. Well, at least the US version is 500 watts. Like I said, single speed. What's this guy doing? It's got, you know, disc brakes. There it has a little bit bigger rotor. The rotor on the disc brakes is I think a 180 millimeter, whereas I believe on their other bikes it's like 160. Yeah, really light, less than 50 pounds. Comes in several different colors. There's like a black and a gray and a white. No orange though, I was surprised. They are red. They have a red instead of the orange. So 2 frame styles. They have the standard, you know, high top tube frame, and then they also have what they call a mid step. It's not a full like step through, but it's a lower, you know, making a little more access, especially if you had a rack on the back, or so you don't have to swing your leg up all the way over. So it's kind of nice. And yeah, it's only $1,000. It's a lot, you know, $500 cheaper. It does have, you know, obviously it's got some cost cutting. It has it's a 48 volt battery, but it's only like a 10.5 amp hour. Whereas, you know, the other bikes all have I think it's 14 amp hour. So, you know, but it's also a lot lighter. I think they said it was like around 7 pounds lighter. So that probably adds to, you know, keeping the bike under the 50 pounds. But yeah, I can, you know, that's a really nice, you know, if you're in an urban environment, say you lived in an apartment that was upstairs or something. I mean, I actually saw a video. A guy lived in New York City, and I think he had a Rad Runner. He was a bike, you know, delivery, and he was talking about how he had, you know, securing it because he couldn't get it up to his apartment because it was so heavy. And so yeah, that would be a nice option for somebody because it still has racks available and lightweight, and yeah, so it'd be a great, you know, option for somebody in that situation. Also, you know, if you know, say you were a commuter and you know, you were going from like the suburbs to the city or something, and you had to use mass transit, that would be a great option. Because one, you know, thing with this RadRover is, man, it's, you know, it's so heavy, the wheel size too. I've never actually tried it, but you know, they have like those bike racks on the front of the buses, and I don't even know if this thing would fit in there. Maybe with these wheels, the smaller wheels, it might, but with a big full-size 4-inch, you know, I don't even know if it would fit in that track. So, and plus the bike's so heavy, you have to lift it up onto that thing. And then also, you know, if you ride the subway or the train, we have a metro train system here, and they have like this rack that you can lift the front of the bike up onto, the sort of hangs from the ceiling almost, so the bike's hanging vertically. And yeah, that would be, it's I tried it on my Rover, and that thing is heavy. The bike is so heavy, it's really hard to do. And so I usually, you know, when the times that I have ridden the train, I'll just, you know, stand with it, which, you know, if it gets busy, it's hard to do. People are kind of looking at you funny. So with a bike that's, you know, less than 50 pounds, well, you know, like a third lighter than this thing, you know, you could easily lift it up there and hang it from that. And so yeah, if you're in that situation where you got to commute and you know, like I said, use mass transit, it'd be a nice option, because you know, you've got a bike that's lightweight and still got power, still help you out on hills and stuff like that. You know, it's funny, in the video they showed somebody riding like a little trials thing, and you know, doing jumps, and that's really cool. We catch my big butt doing any of that stuff, but so yeah, I think it, you know, I think it serves a, you know, a good demographic. And like I said, if you're in that situation, it's a nice addition to the lineup. You know, nice entry-level price. I mean, not that $1,000 is cheap, but $500 cheaper than this. And then also the other batteries also fit on it. It's got the same cradle, the same mounting thing as the RadRover, the rest of their lineup. So so you can actually use the bigger battery. So you know, you could have the battery that it comes with for your commute, and then if you wanted to do a longer ride with it, although it's a single speed, I don't know, but still, you know, you could get the bigger battery, swap it out. If you had an existing one, you could use both. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, you know, let me know if you guys, shoot me some comments or something. What are you guys' thoughts on it? I thought it was pretty cool. Nice, like I said, nice addition. So yeah, also I shot a little thing I'll add onto this. You know, Jeff Mansell, I've talked about him before. He's the one that first did the video on the calipers, the little hydraulic calipers. I linked to him in my little upgrade video, and then he also just posted a video about those things failing on him. And I had noticed that mine are starting to kind of show some cracks and stuff, so I was getting a little worried about it. I do have the stock ones I can go back to, which are fine, they're adequate. But it got me looking, because he had swapped out and done a full hydraulics, at least on the front. He hadn't done the back yet. Apparently only one of his calipers had failed, so he used the one that didn't fail and put it on the back. And then he had the 4-piston full hydraulic setup on the front. So yeah, it had me, and I had already kind of been looking along that lines anyway, but that sort of motivated me a little more after seeing that his failed. And yeah, I found some. I found a set of front and back. They come, you know, all complete, pre-plumbed. You know, it's obviously a predetermined length. The length is set, so you can adjust it, but you'd have to bleed out the brakes and do all that kind of stuff, which, I don't know, shouldn't be too bad. But anyways, this kind of made it really easy. And yeah, it was like 120 bucks, I think, for the set for both front and back, which I thought was a pretty good price. And at first, when I was reading the description when I bought it, I thought it was only 4-piston in the front and 2-piston in the back, but then I looked at them today and they're actually 4-piston front and rear, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that was really cool. I just received today, I just got the brake sensor switch. That's one thing that they don't come with, and Jeff had talked about that in his video too, that on these Tektro stock levers, they have like a little plunger switch, so when you pull the brake lever, it releases the little you know, plunger and triggers the motor cutoff and the and the brake light. So you know, that's how you trigger, that's what the brake light works and all that. So those levers don't come with that little plunger switch. And I looked at trying to, like, you know, sort of mod it, you know, take out the switch off of these levers. And actually I saw a guy on YouTube posted a video where he did it, but it required like grinding out the plunger switch, I guess, that's on the Tektro brakes. You have to like cut out the part of the brake lever, so it basically destroys, you know, the lever, the Tektro brake, which would be kind of nice to have for backup. I don't know. I don't want to completely destroy him, seems kind of wasteful. But they sell these sensor switch that you can buy that glues on, or it has like 3M, you know, sticks on, but apparently that stuff's pretty weak. So they recommend epoxy, or at least people I've seen that have installed them put like an epoxy. Anyway, it's like a little sensor that you glue onto the brake lever housing kind of thing, and then it has a magnet that you also glue onto the lever itself, and then the little sensor senses the magnet. When you pull the lever, it pulls the magnet far away from the sensor, and that's what triggers the switch. So pretty simple little add-on. It was cheap, you know, like 12 bucks or something. And I just received those today, so I haven't had a chance to get the whole package installed. And so anyway, I'll get that going this weekend, have a nice full set of hydraulics. And the other thing I hadn't realized that on these is the bell. And I'm gonna have to order a bell, because actually I was looking at it this morning and I forgot that the bell is attached to the lever, which is kind of cool on these. But so yeah, I'll have to get a replacement bell. No big deal. Then I also got I don't know if you guys have seen Citizen Cycle. He's another YouTuber. He's got a bunch of RadRover videos. Some really good stuff. If you're not familiar, go check him out. Citizen Cycle. And he did an upgrade video where he was talking about his the headlight. And you know, I hadn't really, I don't know, the headlights always felt like it was pretty good, but after seeing his comparison, he showed it like the stock headlight, then he had bought some headlight off of, you know, sort of detachable light off of Amazon that it's not powered by the, you know, the battery. It has its own, you know, separate rechargeable battery system setup, whatever. Anyway, so got me looking, you know, kind of thinking, well, maybe, you know, it might be a good upgrade. And so I didn't get the same one that he got. I found one on Amazon. Actually, it was like $22, I think, and it came with a little rear light as well, a little red light that goes in the back. It's kind of cool. And anyway, so I grabbed that last week and just finally was able to use it this week. And boy, what a difference. Really is the stock light really is pretty lacking. You know, having turning that thing on. There's actually this trail coming up is, you know, sort of dark, unlit at night. And man, having that light made a huge difference. There's been a couple times where you'll have somebody walking, like wearing all dark clothes late at night that, you know, I couldn't even hardly see them until you got right on them. But now with that new light, it's like, man, you could see, you know, 50 yards out. It's really nice. So yeah, nice little, like I said, cheap upgrade. It was like $22, I think. And it also is, it's detachable and you can use it as just a regular handheld flashlight. And it's got a USB port that you can use it as a little battery bank, power bank. You know, if you want to recharge your phone or something. So we'll see how long the battery lasts. It's got some good heft to it. So, you know, we'll see how long it lasts. The little back taillight thing was also rechargeable, which I like. I prefer the other ones. I have some other ones that I got that you have to, they use the little watch batteries, and they're kind of a pain in the butt to swap out. These little tiny screws that last time I did it, I actually lost one of the screws and had to just kind of leave one out. So it's nice to just be able to, you know, charge it just USB. I mean, I know it's not, it's kind of makes it disposable, but you know, hopefully that, you know, it'll last a while, take care of them. What else? What's up with this light? There we go. Well, anyway, so I don't really have much else. I kind of leave it there. Keep it short and sweet today. Well, probably still long and rambly, but short and sweet in my case, I guess. Anyway, you know, as always, if you guys have any questions or comments or anything, drop them down. Feel free to DM me, whatever. I'm always trying to help out. That's what I'm doing here. What I'm here for. And yeah, hope everybody's staying healthy out there, and stay rad, everybody.